Welcome back to MICROTECHFIX. When you power up your machine, and what you see on the screen is this message: Cap error, sensor motor error, power down, please check. This is the message you see on the screen. So this is telling you that there is a problem with your capping station. This is the capping station. So it's telling you that there is a problem with your capping station. So capping station is the part of large format machine that seal up the printhead when idle. They seal up the printhead to keep the printhead wet, in order not to damage, in order for the printhead not to get damaged. One of the following things could be wrong with the machine that prompt the message. It could be mechanical faults, which has to do with the movement of the machine up and down. So if the machine is unable to dictate the exact position of the capping edge, so you can see the error message. So another thing is, if the capping station sensor is bad. Let me power off the machine so that I can show you the sensor. So I power off the machine, allow it for some seconds to discharge, then you move the head away from the station. So here is the capping station sensor. Here is the capping station sensor. Here is the sensor. So if the sensor is bad, you can equally receive the error message, because the sensor is what dictates the exact position of the capping edge to the print edge. So if the sensor is bad, you can receive the message. Another thing is the motor, the capping station motor. Here is the capping station motor. So if the motor is bad, if the motor is equally bad, you can receive the message. So, and the last and not the least, but not very common, is the carried board. Here is the carried board. Here is the carried board. So if the carried board is faulty, you can equally receive the error message. So how do you solve this issue? So first thing to do is to check the mechanical part of the station, that is the capping station. How do you do that? You see the set of gear to the right of the station. So this bigger one depends on the machine, but on this machine this is what we have. So try and move it. Try and move the gear. If it freely moves, up and down, it means the mechanical aspect is okay. Nothing is wrong with it. So we proceed to the test of the motor. So you can confirm the motor. There are two ways by which you can confirm the motor. One is by powering up the machine. When you power up the machine, so and you try to turn to move this gear, it will not move. It will be very tough to move. It will still in place. That is telling you that the motor is okay, because it's a step motor. Step motor will not move when you power step motor until it receives signal to move. So when you power it up, the machine is powered up now. So let's see. As you can see, it's not moving. It cannot move. The gear cannot move. It's telling you that the motor is on and it has received the correct voltage, waiting for signal to move either up or down. So that's one way. Another way by which you can test it is to check the position of there's a particular gap between the sensor. Look at it. There's a slot, there's a particular gap between the sensor, and look at this iron, but this iron will come in between the gap for the machine to detect the position of the head. So if you move that slot, if you move that iron plate into the slot, let's move it. It's moved into it now. And let's power up the machine and see. So while we power up the machine, we'll watch the belts and the gear, the movement, if there will be any movement. As you can see, there is movement, so that has cleared the motor. The motor is okay. So the next thing is the sensor. So before we proceed to the sensor, I need to explain some certain things. There are some uncommon cases in which you have the carriage board, responsible for this. So it's not very common. So if after changing the sensor, because the next thing to do now is to change the sensor. So if after changing the sensor, the message is still there. So the message is still there because as long as you have this message, the machine will not move. The carriage board will not move, no position. So when you change the sensor and the message still persists, this is telling you that the carriage board is faulty, and in this case you have to refer it to a specialist. So that's what we do in MICROTECHFIX. So if you have any case like that, you can contact us. I power off the machine now. So I will change the sensor of camera because I'm holding the camera with my hand. There's no way I will be able to do that. So with the camera in my hand, so I will pause the camera and change the sensor and come on again to test the machine. So this is it. I've lost it, but I've not changed it. So I want to show you how it is. This is the one that is there presently. So I will remove this one now. So it's not easy for me. Let me pause the camera. Now this is a new one I've just, so I want to tighten it up. Let me see if it will be easy. I'm holding the camera. Okay, as you can see. The camera is in my hand. So it's tightened. It's in position now. It's in position. This is the one I changed. Now that the sensor is changed, let's power up the machine and see what's going to happen. So the machine is powered up now. Let's see. As you can see, so the machine is initializing and it's moving. As you can see, the machine is moving. It's moving. See, the message is gone. The machine is ready, so it has solved the problem. So the problem is actually the sensor. So if you find this video helpful, so don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and if you have any question, don't forget to leave it down in the comment section. So until we meet again, goodbye.